later. All right. So today's date, you want to take these notes down in your notebook. Math is done on paper. 10, 19, 20. And we're going to do what is called the distributive property. You will have like a quiz on this at the end of the period. So make sure you're paying attention. Make sure you're participating. Oh, excuse me, Emmanuel. Excuse me if we're a little behind. All right, distributive property, you're writing this down. Not getting distracted, but focus. All right, before we do this, if you celebrate Halloween and you've ever been trick-or-treating with a group of friends, right? And let's say you're in a group of like with 5 people and you're walking up and
Are you recording?
Yes. And I am recording. And you knock on the door and you're all the way in the back because there's a lot of kids in your group. Now, even though you're standing in the back of the group, do you still expect to get candy?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So even though you're in the back, you still expect everyone in your group to get candy, right? It's only fair. Okay, so that idea that everybody in your group gets candy will help us with distributive property. Because one mistake kids do is they'll forget about someone in the group. And that's so sad. So here we have our group that is going trick-or-treating. And here's the door. They knock on the door. Someone answers. The 5 answers. And the 5 is going to give candy to everybody in the group. And don't forget about the 2. Students will forget to give candy to the 2, and that's very upsetting. So you copied this down. You're going to give the 5 to the first trick-or-treater and the 5 to the second trick-or-treater. Everybody gets candy. So we're going to give candy via multiplication. So what this arrow means, it's 5 times your variable x. Variable is just an unknown number disguised Halloween style as a letter. This plus sign, we're just going to bring it straight down, no worries. And then we're going to give the 5 to the 2 times multiplying, right? That's true, Hayden. Very true. So we're going to do some math. Well, this math is easy at the end. What's 5 times 2?
10.
10. So we write it down. You write it down as well. The more neat, detailed notes you take, the easier the math will become. It's like magic. All right. Now here's a tricky part that my first period, no one knew. My second period, one person knew. What is 5 times x?
5x.
Yes, Nicole. Love it. So 5 times x is 5x. What you do is when you have a variable and you're going to multiply it by something, you just kind of squish it together. You glue it together. And when it's together like this, it does mean multiplication. So this really does mean 5 times x. Okay, so when you have multiplication with a variable, you just squish it. You just squish it. All right. Now, can I add these two together and call it 15x? Yes. Or do I keep it separate? Okay, so this is how I explain it to my second period. Let's pretend you grab your backpack from last year. And in your backpack from last year, you have 5 pencils. We'll call X pencils. You have 5 pencils plus a $10 bill that your mom kind of is like, here, keep this for emergency only. So you have 5 pencils and $10. $10. Can you say that you have 15 pencils if I put this together?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So in your backpack,
No.
Can you? Yeah, in your backpack you have 5 pencils and $10, like a $10 bill lost in there. Can you put these two together and call, oh, I have 15 pencils in my backpack? No. Can I say, oh, can I have $15? No, you have 5 pencils and $10. So can we put these two together?
No.
No. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to algebra. This is your final answer. Your answer looks like you're not done. Your answer looks like you can still go on, but you can't. Okay, Ricardo, thanks for joining us now. Make sure you copy this down and pay attention. So that's our final answer, 5x plus 10. I can't put these two together because the 10 does not have an x on it. So that's it. You're done. No mas. All right, let's try this one. You go to another house and you go trick-or-treating. Okay? They're going to give you 6 candies. They're going to multiply your bag by 6. So we're going to give the 6 to the M and the 6 to the 4 by multiplying. You give everyone in your group that you're trick-or-treating with the same amount. So it'll be 6 times M plus whatever this is. You just bring it straight down. 6 times 4. All right. What's 6 times M?
6M.
6M. Very good. So we're going to write that down. Plus, what's 6 times 4?
24.
24. Can I put these two together?
Oh.
No.
No.
This is like, in my, I don't know, in my drawer, I have 6 marbles plus $24. I don't have 30 marbles. I don't have $30. I have separately 6 marbles and $24 separate. Okay? What if I make it super harder? Oh my gosh. I don't know if you guys can. I don't know. I'm kind of scared for you guys. So all the way at the bottom, right here. So we go to the next house, and this time they're going to multiply by 4, our bag by 4. So boom, boom. So it would be 4 times 7 minus. Why is it a minus? Because this is a minus. We're just going to bring it straight down. We're not going to worry about it right now. We're not going to worry about it. Then it's 4 times 3y. Oh, so now the variable has a number in front of it when we start. Well, let's do this part first. What's 4 times 7?
28.
28 minus. Now, when you have a number in front of the variable and you're multiplying it with another number, you just multiply the big numbers together. Just multiply the big numbers together. What's 4 times 3?
12.
12. And what do you think we're going to do with that variable?
Put it right in the back of it.
Yep.
Put it together.
Just put it together. Exactly.
Like
So,
your peanut butter jelly sandwich.
oh my God, the peanut butter and jelly sandwich that we do every day. But kids just don't do it every day. It's so sad. So sad. All right. So, yes.
I ate one yesterday.
I want one. I wanted one last night, but I didn't get to eat it. What's 4 times...
Peanut butter.
I don't either. It's just jelly sandwiches for me. What's 4 times 3? 12. And then you just stick the y. And if it's minus, we're just going to leave it as minus for now. The next day, I'll teach you what to do with that ugly, ugly, ugly minus sign. All right. Are we okay so far? A couple more examples before we head into group work. And then we'll do a little quiz at the end of all of this on the same thing I'm teaching you right now. So 7 parentheses 2m plus 4y. Oh my goodness. Now both of the numbers have variables. Oh, why is Monday so hard? So you're going to be multiplying your candy bag by 7. Very, very nice. So 7 times 2m plus 7 times 4y. So give everyone in your team, in your group of trick-or-treaters, the same amount of candy. No one gets more, no one gets less. It's even. So what's 7 times 2m?
14M.
14m. Don't forget about the variable. Then some kids just go 7 times 2 and just write 14. Don't forget about those variables. And then what's 7 times 4y?
28.
28y, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, you are doing some algebra right now. Believe it or not, as 7th graders, we start teaching you some algebra. All right. This one's this one's hard. I don't know if you guys can handle this. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Right now. So now we're gonna distribute negative 11 candies to multiply their bags by negative 11 candies.
So they're taking our candies away?
No, I'm thinking it's like the ones that like you're gonna throw away at the end of the night. You know how you have to check your candy to make sure it's like not opened? So I'm thinking they're gonna give you negative 11 candies that are opened.
Miss Lamelli,
Yes.
is that a T? But
That's a plus sign. That's this one? It's a plus sign. I kind of messed up the plus sign and I had to make it darker. If I ever make a T, it has a little hook to it. A hook.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here it's negative 11 times 3x plus negative 11 times 4, right? Now here it's a negative and this one's a positive. So you got to go back and remember those rules that we did a couple of weeks ago. All right, what's negative 11 times 3x?
Negative 33.
Negative 33, what? X, yeah? Plus, what's negative 11 times 4?
44.
What?
Wait, negative 44?
Negative 44. Be very careful. Be very, very, very careful with those negatives, okay? Don't forget them. They matter. Okay? All right, next one. What if it looks like this? This one's a little bit weird on how it's set up, but it's still the same thing. What's different about this one?
The numbers in the back.
Numbers in the back. Have you ever been to a house where there's like one house in the front and then one house in the back? They're called a duplex. Have you guys ever been to those places?
I live in one of those.
There you
I
go.
own both of them, and I have 2 yards.
There you go.
Both properties are mine.
Okay, cool. That's cool. So this is like you go to the back house and you knock on the guy or the family that lives in the back, right? So everybody still gets candy. So this is our group who goes trick-or-treating, but they're going to that house in the back, so the duplex part. So you're still going to give the 8 to the first person and the 8 to the second person. You don't skip anybody, no matter where that 8 is. If it's in the front or the back, give it to everybody. So it'll be 8 times 2x minus 8 times 5. What's 8 times 2x?
16x.
16x. Put that minus, just bring it down. And what is 8 times 5?
40.
40. And I mean, I was telling you at the beginning of the period, but do we put these two together?
No.
Nope. You're done. If they have different letters, they have no letters and letters, you can't put them together. That's level 1 right now. All right. Any questions? Okay. So